When I see a black man and one man, I think of strength, black empowerment we have within, building community development. Let's continue to build our own. Let's continue to stay strong. Motivation, no matter the hate, no stopping. You just go. Listen up to Quan, John, and Queen P for giving us a voice. Speak up for what's yours and yell and make that noise. We are kings and we are queens. Melanated royalty, just getting started. Loving self, self and knowledge. Stack that wealth. Motivational motives, y'all.
You just brought up an interesting point I want to delve into. Catholicism and the pastors raping the little boys. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Check me on this. This is just my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. And
sounds like
it's going to come out kind of crazy, but yeah. My thing, Quan John said a lot of things that come out kind of radical and crazy. Why don't they let these pastors and priests have wives? First and foremost,
it would solve a lot of problems.
I'm not going into no institutions. Portia, I'm not going to become a clergyman. You say, you know what? You are being dedicated to the Lord and you can't touch a woman. I'm going to say, well, I'm sorry. I can't do that. Because that woman right there is like a cheeseburger. I'm going to devour it. All right. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So,
it's been a long time since I had like a fast food burger. Continue.
Yo, you ain't missing out on nothing. It clogs your arteries. But anyway, now I'm not saying this is the reasoning behind them raping and molesting the little boys. I'm not saying that because most of them are probably homosexual anyway, and they like little boys. And my thing is, why they molest the little boys? They never touch the little girls. They shouldn't be touching nobody. But I'm just saying though, for some reason, they attract the little boys.
Oh, okay.
Why? What type of spot that I'm gonna go into and say, yo, Quan, you know what? Now you cannot touch women anymore. You can't have an impure thought about women. She got that tight dress on. You can't look at that thing right there. Yeah, I'm fronting if I say I'm willing to take this vow. What man on earth is willing to take this vow? Honestly, come on, man. I can front all day. Honestly, I'm willing to come on and there's not that he's no. And he doesn't have to be heterosexual, he doesn't have to be homosexual, and he doesn't have to be heterosexual. He could be any type of orientation. It's the law of nature for us to be attracted to one another. Okay, this like period, yo, period. It ain't none of that other craziness. No, we are attracted to other humans. I don't care, man, woman, or whatever. So he's taking this vow to never go on his attraction. He's setting himself up, man. You setting yourself up, homeboy. You understand? Mm-hmm. So how have you allowed this religion to tell you that you can't go on a natural urge anymore? Think about that. I cannot go on a natural urge. This urge isn't, this isn't a devilish urge for me to be attracted to a woman or me to be attracted to a man. That's not a devilish urge, that's natural. But you, in this religious entity that you want me to believe in and you want me to give my life to, you want to tell me that that's a demonic urge. And if I do it, I'm going to hell. You got to be out your,
So here's what I think. So I don't think they don't look at sex as not sex in.
They can't even get married, yo. It ain't none of that.
Okay, but sex in marriage and whatever else is not looked at as a bad thing. But they take a vow of celibacy for the same reason why people fast. You know how people fast before they pray?
Yeah, they fast for a month though. It ain't forever. Because if you fast forever, you're gonna die.
Listen, so they fast so that because the act of depriving yourself of something that you feel like you want or you need or that you crave brings you closer to God. So celibacy is the same thing. So you're essentially depriving yourself of the temptation. When you do that, it supposedly brings you closer to God. And that's why they do it. However, that being said, I think it causes a lot more issues than it fixes. Because I'm sorry, I don't want this to come out wrong. when you're in a church, you see the clergymen and the choir boys, right? There's typically a bunch of boys there. So I feel like it is a sense of access. So these pastors or deacons, whoever, can't marry, can't have wives, can't have sex
in
with women.
Catholicism, yeah.
Yeah, in the Catholic Church.
Catholics.
Yes,
Right.
in the Catholic Church. They can't have women, they can't have sex or anything like that. So they're depriving themselves of that, and yet they are surrounded by nothing but boys. Same thing in jail. You have these men who are deprived of women for years on end. And so what happens? Exactly.
You might, interact with a man with a hairy chest.
Oh God, yes, Q, yes.
Yo, think about this though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me throw something out there real quick. Think about this seriously. Let's say we Catholic. Let's say me and my wife we Catholic, and we're gonna get married in the Catholic Church by a Catholic priest.
Mm-hmm.
How I'm gonna get married? How I'm gonna allow this dude? I'm not letting nobody that took the vow of celibacy to marry me. You want to know why? He don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, because he's never been married.
Now I have a cousin that's an ordained minister that marries people. And if me and my wife would have got married in the States, he would have married us too. He done married all my cousins and all that. He is married. Yeah. He knows what it is to be married.
I don't think it's every pastor of the church in the Catholic Church. It's not everybody. Because I've been seeing billboards. They're like the pastor's wife. There's billboards.
They must have changed them. They must have rewrote that inside it, because as far as I know, all them dudes.
Not all pastors, right? There's levels to it, right? So I can't think who's
you can be a Catholic priest. We might have to look that up.
So I just came back from asking James about the Catholic Church and stuff, and you're right. Every reverend father or pastor who answers the call to become a reverend father vows to be celibate. So the billboards that I see, he said they're from Anglican. What's it called?
Anglo-Saxon. I don't know.
No, that's no. I think it's Anglican. That's probably not right. Yeah, and Christian churches, not Catholic. So you're right.
So it is true, right? Okay. Now, with that being said, this is my thing. That's another thing about religions. They're not flexible. And you could, as you know me for a little while now, I'm a very, very extremely flexible. I gotta be flexible.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest flaws, but it's actually a strength too, that I'm real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anyway, why they don't make it that the priest can mess with the nuns? Period. Problem solved. No. Why can't the priest deal with the nuns, dog?
I'm sorry, okay, we didn't even talk about nuns. Nuns also have to take a vow of celibacy.
Exactly. And you already know what they doing. They kitty catting it all day.
Oh my God.
But you know what the nuns is doing? They messing with one another. They don't get caught. They mess with one another. Under them big gowns, they don't got nothing on under there. Straight like that. Period.
God. What?
Fam. It sounds facetious, but listen, why? I'm Portia. I'm looking at them as a human being. This isn't somebody that I'm gonna put on a pedestal, because they are not. These nuns are dealing with one another, and it's okay. I guess not in the eyes of God. I don't got nothing to do with that. But human nature wise, they are kitty catting it all day.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Women naturally, women are just like smarter than men anyway. They're not gonna be dumb enough to mess with no little boys or no little girls.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna say, you know what? Let's mess with each other.
Or they are.
You don't think that's permanent? Huh?
Or they are and didn't get caught.
Yo.
I can't be messing with girls.
Nah. I don't think they mess with the little girls. Yeah. You know how they know what they doing? Women are smart, very strategic. They're saying, hey, become a nun like me. And then they mess with them. Become a nun like me. We don't wear any drawers under this big gown.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But yo,
Ah.
the whole point of the podcast that we just had, I think Black people that we are over religious. And you want to know why? We're over religious because collectively our lack of resources and because we spoke about this initially in the beginning. People pray all the time for things that they want, right?
Mm-hmm.
The European that inherits $5, $15, $20 million, I don't think they praying a lot. Okay. All right.
Maybe.
I don't think they praying a lot because they kind of straight. The Black guy that's born into poverty, that has a broken home, he lives in a crime infested neighborhood, he's probably praying every day. You understand? You see the two different lifestyles? He's probably praying every day because of his lack. He said, please, Lord, get me out this situation.
Yeah.
Please, Lord, let me get a good job. Please, Lord, let me have some money to feed my kids. When that other culture that has inherited $15, $20 million, it ain't none of that, please, Lord. Why? They think that they are the Lord.
And I think that what's problematic about that is most people think that the only reason you should pray is when you want something.
Right.
Like, I think they mess up the definition of prayer. It's not really anytime you want something, you get down on your hands and knees and ask for it. For me, prayer is when you have a discussion, intimate discussion with the Creator, no matter what that discussion is. Even if you're thanking God for whatever you got, even if you were just like, oh, I'm so pissed about something that happened today, I just need to talk to somebody, and you right here got me, so just listen up because I'm finna go all in. Like, that's my definition of prayer. It's not just to ask for something when you want it. It's that anytime you have a discussion with your Creator, you're praying. Period, point blank. That's what it is.
You know, me and my wife got a personal joke. It's not a personal joke, but we have a joke that is funny but when you just said that, it made me think about it. But because you don't fall in that category, I'm just saying other people I know. Mm-hmm. That they've said, you know, you get on the phone and you talk to them, right? And she was like, yeah, you know, I was talking to God this morning, and I'm like, really? Okay, cool. You know, and it's interesting that I never put it in that term but you're right, it's a conversation. But when people tell you, hey, I was talking to God this morning, do you know not you person, but I'm talking about the people that I'm talking about. Yeah. Really? You were talking to God? Maybe he was sleeping. The devil was listening.
Uh-oh. No, but I mean, I feel like people who say that, like, if they're
do you get it when they say that? You get it?
I get it. I personally get it.
Okay.
I get it. I do.
Okay.
Because I be doing that. I be in the bathroom thinking about just random stuff. You know, you call it potty pondering. I just be in the bathroom thinking about stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just talk to God for a second, because I need to think things through. Most of the time, when I need to think things through, I will talk to my Creator about it. Like, who else you gonna talk to? Who's gonna listen better than your own Creator? Like, for real.
That's right. He'll never tell you to shut up.
No. And I talk a lot.